show me the money. I've actually tried that with my boss. It didn't get me anywhere, unfortunately. But how do you get your boss to give you the cash that you think you deserve at work? Well, I think you start by asking for it. Is there a right way or a wrong way to do that? Well, let's bring in Dan Miller from Monster.com. Dan, what do you think? A right way to ask for the cash?
Absolutely. You have to research. I mean, again, I mentioned this before with researching before the interview. I think if you're going to ask for more money, it's very important that you find out what your market value is based on the skill set you have, based on the industry that you're in, and based on where you live. And there are a lot of tools out there. Monster uses Salary.com. We have a partnership with them where job seekers can go on and they can find out what they should be paid. You need to be equipped with that information. If you're a podiatrist in Peoria, you need to know what a podiatrist in Peoria makes. It's very, very important that you understand that. So
That's right. Just because you saw an article that a podiatrist in Los Angeles is making $2 million a year, that doesn't mean it will translate to your town.
That's exactly right. I mean, metro areas obviously are going to pay a little bit more, but if you go into more rural areas, the pay is just not going to be there. So you have to have those understand those expectations and bring that knowledge into the bargaining table when you go to ask for one.
And one of the no-nos you say is the vibe that you give off when you're asking for more cash. Explain that.
I think it's important that you go in humble. I also think it's very important that you go in very direct. If you're setting up a meeting with your supervisor to ask for more money, be direct. Don't use small talk. Just go right to the chase, because that will send a message that this is very important to you. But also be humble by while you're doing this, and be armed with data. Quantify why you're asking for money. If you can have specifics like, I've helped by combining two people's jobs, I've improved profits 35%. Actually have those numbers when you're talking to your supervisor. It's very important to be critical to have that information.
And in the last 30 seconds here, if you're told no, you're not going to get any more cash, do you just give up?
No, you don't. I think you need to understand why you were not given that, and then set up a meeting at a future date where perhaps you can ask again. But you need to understand, what do you need to do to get to that point. So make sure when you're asking for this and the answer is no, what are your action steps that you need to take so that when you're at the bargaining table the next time, you're equipped with that.
And that good advice right there. Dan Miller from Monster.com. I appreciate you joining me this evening.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.